Picture this: a Wallabies wizard, the guy who dodged defenders like they were standing still, suddenly swaps his Union boots for NRL whistles. Matt Gaitia, the bloke with more tries than most teams' highlight reels, just landed in Canberra Raiders coaching den. But here's the gut punch: will this crosscode gamble turn him into a league legend or leave him tackling shadows? Hold that thought, because one wrong call could rewrite rugby history forever. Smash that like button if you're Team Gaitia, subscribe for the raw NRL truth bombs, and drop your prediction in the comments: success or spectacular slip? Let's dive in before the whistle blows. From the dusty fields of Canberra to the bright lights of international glory, Matt Gaitia's journey reads like a blockbuster script nobody saw coming. Born in the nation's capital in 1982, he exploded onto the scene with the ACT Brumbies, that Super Rugby powerhouse where he honed his silky skills. We're talking a kid who could thread a pass through a keyhole while blindfolded, racking up 92 caps for the Wallabies and etching his name in World Cup lore. Remember 2007? That intercept try against South Africa that had the nation roaring? Or his comeback in 2015, defying odds to dance past All Blacks like it was a Sunday stroll? Gaitia's not just a player, he's a tactician, the brains behind the brawn, with over 250 first-grade games under his belt. But fast forward to retirement in 2020, and whispers started swirling. Coaching? In Union? Nah, he dipped into consulting, sharpening edges for teams like the Brumbies and even the Australian 7 squad. Yet, beneath that polished exterior, a fire burned for home. Canberra called him back, not for nostalgia, but for reinvention. And just when you think you know the plot, boom, he crosses the code divide. No more oval balls in tight channels, now it's the rectangular rocket of NRL pathways. The surprise? He's not chasing headlines, he's molding the next wave in Harold Matthews and SG Ball Cups, focusing on attack that could make defenders weep. Imagine those junior Raiders, wide-eyed, absorbing his Union flair, catch-pass drills that blend rugby arts into league grit. But hey, race the cliffhanger, Gaitia's never coached league pros. Will his wizardry translate, or will the 6 again rule expose cracks? Stick with me, the twist is just warming up. Welcome to Aussie NRL Update, your pulse on the league's wildest turns. Now back to Gaitia's high-stakes pivot. Enter the Raiders' lair, December 2025, and the air crackles with improbability. Ricky Stewart, that grizzled green machine maestro, unveils his latest coup. Gaitia alongside NRL hardman Dale Finucane and ex-Raider Matt Frawley. Pathways coaching? Sounds tame, but dig deeper. This is blueprint building for a club starved of silverware since 2019. Gaitia's mandate? Attack alchemy, ball handling sorcery, decision-making under fire, skills that scream Union finesse in a league of thunder. Fans stun-locked at first, a Union icon in green? Tweets exploded, memes of Gaitia in a milk crate helmet went viral. But moments of surprise hit hard. Turns out, Gaitia grew up idolizing league in Canberra, sneaking peeks at Raiders games while dreaming of Brumbies blue. Very special, he calls it, going back to roots. Yet, the storytelling thickens with shadows. League and Union? Oil and water, mates. Union's unstructured chaos versus NRL's regimented ruckfests. Gaitia's dual code dabble, he even played a league exhibition once, hints at hybrid genius, but skeptics howl. What if his offloads baffle young guns raised on short kicks and decoys? Picture a Harold Matthews kid, fumbling a Gaitia loop pass mid-set, costing a try. Or worse, egos clash in the sheds. Finucane, premiership pedigree from the Storm dynasty, brings the grunt, Gaitia, the guile. Harmony or havoc? The cliffhanger dangles, first training session leaks show kids buzzing, but one veteran whispers doubt. Will Gaitia's intellect ignite a dynasty, or fizzle in the Canberra chill? Brace for the reveal, success teeters on a knife edge. As the sun dips over Joe Stadium, Gaitia's shadow stretches long, promising either dawn or dusk for Raiders' hopes. Compelling as it gets, this isn't just a hire, it's a narrative nexus. Gaitia's resume screams success, Wallabies comeback king, Brumbies talisman, even post-career gigs polishing Eddie Jones squads. Translate that to NRL? Pathways thrive on visionaries, and his attack focus could turbocharge a club notorious for defense-first drudgery. Imagine 2026 trials, Raiders juniors slinging no-look passes, carving defenses like Gaitia in his prime. Surprise element? Data backs it. Union's skill depth has bled into league before, think Israel Folau flipping codes and dominating. Gaitia, at 43, brings maturity, not machismo, he'll mentor minds, not just muscles. But hey, race the gut twist cliffhanger, history haunts crossovers. Union stars like Sonny Bill flamed out coaching league early, others, like Wally Lewis, bridged gaps masterfully. Gaitia's edge? Local lad loyalty. Canberra bleeds green, hell bleed for these kids. Yet, whispers of pressure mount, Stu's expectations are Everest high after a finals flirt in 2024. One poor pathway progression, and headlines scream flop. Will he forge future stars like a young Joey Laulua 2.0, or watch talents poach to Sydney powerhouses? The storytelling crescendos, Gaitia's eyes light up in pressers, talking impact over ego. Very exciting, he grins, eyeing progression. But deep down, the question burns, can a Union Phoenix rise in league flames? And that's the Gaitia enigma, folks, poised for triumph or teetering on turmoil. You tell me, thumbs up for yes, down for no. Drop it below, share with your crew, and if this hooked you harder than a Gaitia grubber, smash subscribe. Aussie NRL update, delivering the league's unfiltered fire. Catch you next breakdown. But wait, just days ago, on December 11th, the bombshell dropped. Matt Gaitia officially joins the Raiders' pathways as a part-time specialist coach for 2026, focusing purely on attack wizardry. No full-time leap, no senior squad takeover, just targeted sessions sharpening catch-pass magic, decision-making lightning, and ball-handling silk for the Harold Matthews, SG Ball, and Academy kids. Shock factor? This isn't a desperate gamble anymore, it's a calculated masterstroke from Ricky Stewart, pairing Gaitia's Union pedigree with Dale Finnikane's premiership grit and Matt Frawley's local know-how. Fans thought crosscode chaos, but insiders leak early vibes, kids already buzzing in preseason drills, eyes wide as Gaitia demonstrates those trademark offloads that bamboozled All Blacks. Surprise twist, his brother Justin, already embedding flamboyant attack structures that rocketed the senior Raiders to second in points scored this year, sets the perfect foundation. Imagine the synergy, Justin's structure meets Matt's flair. Yet the cliffhanger looms massive, with the junior rep season kicking off soon. One viral training clip of a fumbling kid could spark doubters, or a slick teen move could silence them forever. Will this family reunion ignite a pathways revolution, or stay a feel-good sideshow? The preseason whispers are electric, but results will scream the truth. Back on Aussie NRL Update, where we dissect every Raiders ripple, now charging into Gaitia's real shot at success. Fast forward to the brutal reality of pathways coaching. Success isn't measured in headlines, but in progression pipelines and skill evolution over years. Gaitia steps in at a golden moment. The Raiders' pathways already hit new heights in 2025, with SG Ball reaching semis before bowing to the champs, and Harold Matthews drawing talent from vast catchments like Marambula to Forbes. Academy grads flooded the rep squads, many relocating to Canberra for NRL dreams, blending footy with education under club welfare wings. Enter Gaitia, not to overhaul, but elevate. His attack-focused targets exactly where league juniors often lag: unstructured creativity, quick hands under fatigue, vision beyond the scripted play. Picture this storytelling arc: a raw 16-year-old forward, raised on Bashan Barge, suddenly slinging cutout passes like Gaitia in his Wallabies prime, carving edges that defenses can't read. Early reports from Raiders HQ hint at surprises, kids adapting faster than expected, blending Union subtlety with league power. But hey, race the gut punch cliffhanger, it's part-time, limited capacity, as Gaitia himself admits. No daily grind. Immersion means impact hinges on quality sessions and buy-in from full-timers. Skeptics point to past crossovers stalling, yet precedents shine. Hybrid skills from code hoppers like Folau revolutionized attacks. With Finnecane drilling defensive wrestle and Frawley mentoring halves, this trio could forge unbreakable foundations. One poor trial performance, though, and pressure mounts on Stewart. Will Gaitia's touch turn good pathways great, feeding future first graders, or dilute in the part-time haze? Peel back the layers, and Gaitia's edge sharpens into view. Family ties deeper than surface nostalgia. Father Ron War Raider number 38 in the 80s, brother Justin shaped the senior attack's explosive rise, crediting detail that made stars like Ethan Strange and Matt Timoko unstoppable. Matt returns not as outsider, but bloodline heir, honored by the green legacy. At 43, fresh from retirement, he brings maturity over ego, mentoring minds in that hungry 16 to 20 age bracket, where aspiration burns hottest. Compelling narrative unfolds. This isn't ego-driven crossover, it's homecoming with purpose, impacting progression he calls really exciting. Surprise element hits in fan reactions, initial stun turned thrilled, applauding the coup of world-class talent at junior level. Pathways boss Tim Wykes raves about the invaluable high-level input, aligning with club investments in regional academies yielding record internal promotions. Yet the ultimate cliffhanger dangles. True success reveals in 2027 to 2028, when these coached kids debut in NRL, slinging Gaitia-inspired magic. Short-term markers? Watch preseason trials for flare sparks, junior reps ladders for attack surges. Failure looks like stagnation, talents poached elsewhere. Triumph, a dynasty pipeline rivaling Penrith. Gaitia poised to succeed? All signs point yes, rooted, skilled, timely, but league forgives nothing without wins. There it is, the full Gaitia coaching saga unpacked, from shock Union invasion to primed pathways powerhouse. Too early for verdicts, but the setup screams potential legend. What say you, will he nail it or nah? Like for belief, comment your hot take, share to spark debates. Aussie NRL Update, your no-spin NRL headquarters. Stay locked for every twist. Out.